It's been 9 years since the last time I recorded a Minecraft video for YouTube, and I'll be honest with you, I've got an itch to do it again. I'm itchy. I'm itchy all over. And the game has changed a lot in those 9 years. And in fact, my skin has changed a lot in those 9 years. In fact, this isn't even the same channel as I used to upload to. This is a brand new channel exclusively for Minecraft related content. Well, Minecraft, other gaming as well, I suspect, but let's face it, it's gonna be mostly Minecraft. So I guess there's nothing really else to say except, hello my friends, this is Ian aka Mellis, and welcome to Minecraft. And you know what? I'm going to start this video with a little bit of a confession. I'm kind of done already with early game, and in fact, I've kind of pretty much already finished my base. So I have pretty much skipped straight past the early game, and that's kind of deliberate. I have other plans for this series, but that doesn't mean that I can't show you around my little starter base that I've got. It's very modest. I had a rule that I started this world with. This is a 1.21 world that we started right after the latest update. I had a rule that was basically I wanted to build up a completely functional starter base, a completely functional base even, but without using any automated farms at all. So everything is manual, everything is done by hand. For example, these are the farms over here. These originally started as, just a basic whole water source in the middle with the farm around the outside, and then as I expanded the base, I prettified the farms. So this is functional. I have been using this farm perfectly fine. Just break the thing and replant the seeds, and then when I'm done with it, I can come over to the composter and use them. It's all totally manual and it works well. And then obviously carrots and stuff, use your fortune pick. Nicely done. And I've got all the different farms. I've got my potatoes and my beetroot and my, because you need your beetroot farm. I've got my wheat farm, and over here around the corner we've got the pumpkin patch, nicely stuck around the back here. A little bit of decoration. Sugarcane, melons are up here, along with the glowberries. Everything is here. We've got your bamboo at the back. What else? Brown mushrooms are growing under the tree here. I've got a little corner around here. There's the brown ones, the cocoa beans. I'm losing my words. And here we've got dripstone. These are a functional dripstone thing. There's water up there, and they drip down onto the thingies and stuff. We've got. Okay, well, that's obviously not a farm. That wouldn't work. The buds are down in the caves. I've got red mushrooms. They all spread nicely down here. I just need to put a piece of coral under one of these, and that'll work as a farm. So everything is functional as a manual farm. It's just not automated. And as I say, it's pretty much complete. What else we got? We got horses. There's my horse. Got some sheepses. They live in here. They haven't got any grass. That's the only problem with this bit, is that there is no grass. If I want them to regrow their wool, I've got to actually come in and manually plant some grass for them. But that's fine. It's manual. That was the point. We got, what else can I show you whilst we're in the area? The storage, very basic, just lots of chests. There are 4 smokers in here, so I can smoke my foods. And a chest, the usual. We've got more storage up here, all nicely organized. Look at that, pretty, with all the wood and the wood types all separated out. Very nice. We'll get to that chest, that shulker box another time. What else we got? We got the up here. This next tree, I have my enchanting setup. Full enchanting setup. Got some books and lapis up in here. There's a potion brewing section up in here, and some of you may notice we also have the armor stand stuff on the server as well. So we can do, the funky things with tool racks, and we can lay things out and make things look pretty like that. We got more evidence of that over here with the armor stands here. These are first set of iron armor, first set of diamond tools. I think this is my first set of enchanted armor. That was the first. This is like my trophy room, right? So we've got the first breeze that I took on. We've got these were the buried treasure that I got on the first day. The heads, we've got the more mob heads. The data pack that drops mob heads from mobs. Their heads, we can get them, display them. So this was from the monument that I slaughtered, the Guardian monument that I went in and defeated, so I could get some sponge, which we will need later for my big main project. We'll get to that and I'll discuss it later. And we've got cake. This cake came from a trial chamber. Ominous banners. These guys, these are some of the people who exist on this server with us. We've got friends. Some of them are streamers as well. So do go and check out their streams if I link them. I'll try and remember to link them. But yeah, Ebbs and Roman, they both stream. We'll do that another time. We've got custom mob, custom item entity stuff on the server as well. So this was a trophy that I made for people who went and defeated the trial chambers. If you got any loot from them, that's what you got. We also have, and this is fun. I've
done a thing.
Custom audio sounds as well. So this is my little starter base, and I like it. It's basically complete at this point in time, as I have mentioned. There's a few more bits that I can show you though. That requires getting back down to the ground level. Other things that I have going on are this is my little crafting setup here. It's very cute. We've got a smelting setup. There are 8 furnaces hidden around here. There are also 8 blast furnaces hidden around here. So this is where I can come and most efficiently manually cook up stuff if I need to. I also have around the corner here, this is my dyeing area, my loom. There's a little cauldron for water collection and such. And all my dyes. And then around the corner at the back here, around here, we have this little tent area that I've got so I can sleep without having to go up into the tree house. Ow, that was really hot. And then back here, this is my mines, which is both a functional strip mine down at the bottom. If we head down here, there is a strip mine down there. There's also a skelly grinder that I found, or a skelly mob spawner that I found down there. I turned into a grinder, fully manual, doesn't even damage them down to 1 health. You just have to sit there and swing with your fist or with your sword. And then this is my little less functional mine. This is the mine that is, well, this is just entirely decorative, to be honest. There's no reason to come down in here. This is where I was gathering stone from, basically. Anytime I needed stone, I would come through and I would extend this mine out a little bit. But essentially, like I say, it's just made to be decorative. It's not even used as a strip mine. Just, fun little thing. Let me out. So as I say, I apologise, but the starter base is entirely complete. We've kind of skipped over the whole of the starter early game entirely, and we're gonna move straight on to the main project, or we'll start on the main project that I want to do on the server probably in the next episode. For this episode, I just more about kind of catching you up with some of the goings on. What is going on with that horse, and why is it on the balcony? Yeah, I want to basically show you around some of the goings on that have been happening on the server up until this point, and then there's still a few more big farms that I want to make before I can really get started on the main farm. And as I mentioned previously, the idea of this starter base was to have no automated farms associated with it at all. That doesn't necessarily mean that I haven't made any automated farms. There are 2 automated farms that I have made, and I'll go and show you them now. So we're heading out now to the area that I've kind of put aside for my main base on the server. And hi. Oh, get murdered. So this is the iron farm that I've put together. And I say it's an iron farm. Technically speaking, this is a hopper farm. I've got it set up so it automatically puts together hoppers for me. And then when it's put together however many hoppers I've pre-designated by leaving in or taking out these iron bars, it'll kick into iron block making mode. So we've got bone meal coming out of it from the poppies, and then we've got the iron blocks coming out of it. We've got hoppers coming out of it, but we also have a bamboo farm at the back to make the chests. But once the chests have kind of backlogged in the system, then it starts kicking out bamboo blocks. And we got a lot of bamboo blocks, so I'm not going to run out of planks anytime soon. It's a very simple farm. There's nothing overcomplicated about it. Other than the fact we use a flying machine in here. You can just about see it there. It's switched off at the moment. I've got a lever here to switch it off. But that's just kicking out into the hopper chain here, and then down through this system of auto crafters down through here. And then we've got this auto crafter system here, I think designed by Raiseworks, that I'm using to turn it into hoppers. So that's what's going on there. The actual iron farm is one that I've adapted from Wattles. I really like that design. It works very, very well, except I do find it's slightly more efficient and easier to get up and running if you stick the zombie down a couple of blocks and in a bubble Vator like this, and he pops up and down. These guys are more likely to break eye contact with him then, and as such, they're more likely to be able to get into bed at night and sleep and spawn iron golems and all that stuff and jazz. There are a couple of bugs with it. Obviously, it would be much better if I replaced these edge blocks with wall blocks, because at the moment, every so often when the iron golems spawn, like this guy, every so often they do kind of spawn with their hitbox kind of in the wall, in these blocks, and then they don't get swept away by the water stream straight away. They do eventually delodge themselves, so it's not terrible, but it would be more efficient if I was to replace all these bits with wall blocks, so that they had slightly smaller hitbox. But it's fine. This works. This is all good, and I'm happy with it. So it's not a problem. It does the thing. It does everything I need it to. So that's the first kind of automated farm here, and I've done this simply because for my main project, I am going to need a lot of hoppers. Now for the other automated farm that I've already made in this world, it's a little bit of a trip away in an area that I've kind of put aside for an industrial district. So I'm going to have to go onto the nether roof in order to get out there. Thankfully, we have a very industrious couple of players on this server, one of whom is a friend of mine called Ebbs Faye. They have put together this glorious nether hub, which extends all the way up to the nether roof. So it's nice and easy for us to get up there. So here we are on the nether roof. There's already, as you can see, we've got a couple of gold farms already sprung up in the way. But my little industrial zone is off over in this direction. And it's quite a ways out. You can probably tell I am using the Bobby mod. So I've got a maybe 80 chunk render distance at the moment. And I can't see the nether portal. I don't think it's 80 chunks. I think it's 50 chunks. I'm not sure what it's set to. But somewhere off in the distance, out there somewhere in the haze, there is a nether portal. And that's where I need to go. So this is the other automated farm that I've put together. And it is basically a very simple slime farm. So we've got in this little flying saucer looking thing, we have a dark room with an iron golem in the center. Slimes can spawn around the outside here. The mushrooms make it just light enough that other mobs can't spawn, but the slimes can. And then down here we've got a little killing chamber. It's sort of efficient and sort of not at the same time. If I go up to the AFK spot in a second, I will demonstrate why. But under here, obviously, we've got it automated. I've got an automated crafter back here that's turning the slime balls into slime blocks. And we're getting dozens of slime blocks out the bottom. Because again, for my main base, or at least preparing the ground for my main base, I'm going to need a lot of slime blocks. So here we are at the AFK platform, and if I zip down in the F4 mode, of course it's entirely possible that is that short period of the Minecraft month where they don't spawn at all. Anybody? So the inefficiency that I am seeing is that the slimes, whilst they spawn quite a lot, normally, just not right now, when they get in here, it does take them a little bit of time to die in here. This isn't the most efficient way of killing them off, so they kind of take up the cap whilst they're in there and no more kind of spawn until they die in here. It could be made better by having campfires down there, but you know what, it doesn't matter. It's still pretty nippy. So yeah, that's the slime farm. Hi. Can I help you? How did you get up here? What? Why? What? Why? Yeah, sure. Sure. Let's go. The reason that I've chosen this area for my industrial zone is because it was, well, obviously I wanted the slime farm, and the easiest way to make slime farms in the early game now is in a swamp. The new meta, as it were, is to build them in the swamp with a farm like that rather than burrowing out an entire slime chunk. The other reason I wanted it here is because of that. I am going to need a lot, and I mean a lot, of redstone for my main base in this world. And the best way to do that, get lots of redstone, is by building a witch farm. So this is probably going to be my little challenge, my little task for today, is getting this up and running. So I've never built a witch farm before. I've played this game since alpha, 15 years of playing this game, and I have never built a witch farm. This is probably, with the cliff here, not the best witch hut to build a farm around, but they're so efficient at kicking out redstone these days, I would imagine that it's not going to affect it too much, and it should be fine for my uses. So I have a working understanding of how they work. I've just never actually built one. I've never needed one before. I've always had enough redstone just for mining. But as I say, this project that I'm working on, yeah, that's going to require a lot of redstone. So first things first, we're going to tear this down, and I'm going to put in the spawning floors. There should be, I think, 3 floors. I think that's the first floor that they can spawn on. I'll double check all this, but I'm pretty sure that that's the first layer that they can spawn on. So I will bring you guys back in once I have something to show for it. Actually, you know what? The first thing that I think I'm going to need to do is get back up there. But then once I'm back up there, I'm going to have to, I think I need to move that nether portal. It's right in the way. You know, some of the tools that we have available to us in this game now are kind of ridiculous. That replay mod, in order to do a replay or a time lapse like that in the past, you'd have had to have set up a second account on a minecart going back and forwards with like a data pack or a texture pack that made the minecart and the rails and the blocks that it was on invisible, and you'd have to have it set to record on its path. It would have been a complete nightmare to set up. Would have taken a whole day to just get the time lapse set up before you even start building. Now just press button. Now just press button and you got your recording done. You need to edit it later, but that's ridiculously powerful. I like it. That was the first time I've used it, so it was probably a little bit janky, but you know what? I'm happy with it. That's cool. I'm also happy with now got Witch Farm, and Witch Farm works well. We're getting lots of witches from this. I've based it on the shifting floor design that you get. I think that's probably the best way of doing it. Like, I've seen the flying machine ones, I've seen the water flushing out ones. They seem really slow to kick the witches out into the killing chamber. But the shifting floor, that works really well. In fact, let's let me just I get on top. We've got at the top here, hey, parkour and parkour. We've got an etho hopper clock up here, which just controls this observer chain. Observer chain has changed a little bit from the footage that you just seen. So it was just going straight down. Now I've got this little kink here. The timing was a little bit off before, but now, so before the witches were just dropping down floor by floor by floor. Now they drop straight from the top, straight down to the bottom and get flushed through into the killing chamber down here. Let me kill these guys. I show you. Maybe we've got time. Press the button. You missed the floors shifting, but there we go. They get flushed out into the chamber at the bottom there and fall down, and they get entity crammed in the minecarts. There's like 24 minecarts there, and that just entity crams them, and all their stuff explodes out and goes up the water column here and gets aligned along these hoppers here, sorted out. I've got the first 3 here set up to take out redstone. I think that's probably too many. I probably at most need 2, so I might switch this one out for something else. We've got gunpowder and glowstone and sugar and spider eyes and the sticks, and the bottles just end up sat over here. I think I'm going to swap this one out. I might put the bottles in there, or take out the spider eyes. I think that was spider eyes. Take out the spider eyes and put them in there. I can't see a day that I'm going to need 1,000,000 billion spider eyes. It's possible, I suppose, but it seems unlikely. So at the moment, I've AFK'd here for about an hour, and we have just a ton of redstone blocks. That's what, 11, 9, 10, 11, and a bit. 11, so that's what, 99 stacks of redstone dust. I think that's going to do me quite well. And we've got some other stuff as well, and gunpowder and things for rockets. Let's just quickly go up here, and we'll have a look at the look at it working. There we go. So sitting up at the AFK spot, you can see there are witches still spawning in there. That's a good start. But every so often, if we just hang out and wait for a second, there's about a 20-second delay between each floor shift. We'll get some witches spawning in there any second. Any second. There we go, there's some witches spawned, and then as you can see, they just drop through the floor. I don't know why that one didn't drop through. Why did this one not drop through? Interesting. But yeah, they drop through and go into the killing chamber down at the bottom here. Fantastic. Just see if we can spot some more going through and wait and see whether this one goes through. You gonna play today? I hope so. There she goes. Fantastic. Straight through to the bottom. Perfect. So yeah, that is Witch Farm complete. We now have a gargantuan amount of redstone dust to go with our gargantuan amount of slime blocks to go with our gargantuan amount of hoppers. And speaking of the iron and hopper farm, I have actually gone ahead and, unlike what I said earlier in the video, I have actually swapped out all the sides here for the wall blocks. It was beginning to irritate me. The amount of golems that were getting stuck on the sides here and not dropping through, it was causing problems. But now it's much more efficient, and we're getting lots of iron golems which will spawn in any second. Any second they'll prove that I'm not a liar, that we're getting lots of iron golems. There's many But yeah, I have gone ahead and swapped out the edges for the walls, so it's much more efficient than it was now. So that's a good thing. Getting lots more iron through than we were before. This was taking way too long. But we got plenty of hoppers, which is fantastic. Why have I done this? Why have I got a hopper farm? Why have I got a witch farm kicking out redstone? Why have I got a slime farm kicking out loads of slime? Well, I will probably tell you that in the next episode, but it all has something to do with this island here. In fact, this whole area here is going to transform over the next few episodes. I don't know how long it's going to take. And I don't know where I'm going to start. Well, I know exactly where I'm going to start. I'm going to start by removing that island entirely. It's going away. But that is going to be for a future episode. For now, I say thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, do subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video, comment down below, help this brand new channel, brand new Let's Play out by getting it up in the algorithm. Make YouTube happy, make YouTube happy, make me happy, and I will see you in the next video, which will come out sometime.